Chinese markets return from break to more Evergrande angst. Barely any fresh insight available how regulators propose to contain contagion from cash-strapped China Evergrande Group's debt problems and problems or sell units. I gotta say, I think I said this in the past. If this was America, there would be like so many stories breaking about this repeatedly throughout the day. And I guess because it's China, they don't come out and say things like we would have, all kinds of politicians coming out and always having something to say about a company, kind of like when we had our 2007 2008 crash. China's markets return on Friday after a 7-day break with barely any fresh insight on how regulators propose to contain the contagion from cash-strapped China Evergrande Group's debt problems or even the firm's own plans to sell its units. Evergrande facing one of the country's largest ever defaults as it wrestles with more than $300 billion of debt. The company last month missed coupon payments on $2 bond tranches. The possible collapse of one of China's biggest borrowers has triggered worries about contagion risks to the property sector in the world's second largest economy as its debt-laden peers are hit with rating downgrades on looming defaults. Bloomberg reported on Thursday that some dollar bondholders were invited by advisors to a call on Friday to discuss that call. I guess took place about almost 4 hours ago. To discuss strategy and how to broaden the group. A group of bondholders previously selected investment bank Moelis & Co. and law firm Kirkland & Ellis as advisors on a potential restructuring of a tranche of bonds. Two sources close to the matter said in September. Chinese regulators have not made any comments specifically on Evergrande during the week-long holiday from October 1st, although the central bank last Wednesday urged financial institutions to cooperate with relevant departments and local governments to maintain the stable and healthy development of the property market and safeguard housing consumers' interests. Investors have been waiting to hear from the company after it requested a halt in the trading of its shares in Hong Kong on Monday, pending an announcement about a major transaction. Evergrande Property Service Group, a spinoff listed last year, also requested a halt as well. While sale of assets would temporarily ease concerns about Evergrande's cash flows, analysts also reckon that the indebtedness of Evergrande and some other Chinese property firms is too large to be resolved quickly. An index of China's high-yield debt, which is dominated by developer issuers, has been sliding through the week and is down more than 21% since May. It could soon see spreads at the widest ever. The property sector's troubles mounted during the Golden Week break. Two Hong Kong property agencies said that they are suing Evergrande over unpaid commissions, while bonds of other property firms such as the Kaiser Group, Central China Real Estate, and Greenland real estate, like, and Greenland, like as in Greenland, were battered by the uncertainty. Still, sentiment improved slightly on Thursday with the U.S. traded Chinese stocks Alibaba Group Holding and Tencent Holdings each surging about 8% as concerns around U.S.-China trade relations and Evergrande's debt crisis appeared to ease. I don't know that it appeared to ease so much as is like, there hasn't been a super big development other than they keep missing their fiduciary responsibilities, right? So hopefully come Monday we'll have some more news about it that can hopefully something will come out about that call that happened today 4 hours ago. I am pretty confident there will be more news later today, if not already. Maybe something that's going to break. Hopefully, they have a plan in place, and or are not just sitting around waiting for regulators to do something about it. Because, like, obviously, if they're not talking, that means there's no political positioning happening. And I mean, they have a different system than we do here in the States, but again, I want to reiterate, I'm very concerned that there's, the consequences of something this big collapsing will be felt through the world. And I want to say that it's not time to panic yet, but no, in this case, I guess no news is good, or very little news is good news.